Like, it's like, I know where you're going. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. And I just say it for them. And I know it's a problem. Has anyone seen the new creamy vanilla Christmas Coke? Because I have yet to see it in the stores and I want to try it. Apparently it just tastes like vanilla Coke, but I like vanilla Coke.
I would be sick every Christmas morning. The anxiety of not knowing what was under the tree and the expectation of what the day, I would literally, yes, I would be throwing up.
We'd go around the circle and read a Christmas book. And we read the same ones every year, so obviously that got like nostalgic.
Don't limit the Christmas experience and the Christmas story down to a children's story that we huddle around for a brief moment.
That was like a weird Chris break, because you'd like slow and then all of a sudden you'd speed up what you're saying, and then you'd slow and then you'd speed up.
That is the cadence at which I do life.
Gotta keep you interested.
I feel like you don't usually speed up like that.
I do. It's something that I do because I slow down because I feel like I'm trying to emphasize something, even though I'm praying to the Lord who can hear my heart anyway. It's kind of, so it's like, so then I think to myself, am I being performative for those who are listening, which is probably what is happening. And I don't know how to break out of it. So
I started eating this licorice and then realized
you got to talk.
It's not like an easy.
No,
that's not an easy listen. Yikes. I wasn't going to start there anyways.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't.
You don't like my conversation about prayer?
I did.
No.
Well,
you didn't slow down and speed up enough when you said it.
It was too performative.
Now I can start there.
Here's the thing. If I slow down too much, Justine feels the itch to jump in.
During your prayer?
No, not during your prayer. But when I'm speaking and I slow down to make a point.
No, it's like you're struggling to find it.
No, I'm slowing down to make sure I'm very methodical. And when I'm
think I have ADHD.
When I'm right about to deliver,
you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, and right about when I'm about to deliver, she just jumps in. I'm like,
he can't find the word. Let me help you.
I got the word.
Okay. Seriously though, that is a problem I have, and I think I have ADHD because I've been seeing all this stuff about people not being able to let people finish. Like, it's like, I know where you're going. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. And I just say it for them. And I know it's a problem. So, like, I apologize to anyone who I have done that to you, because I do it all the time. And I promise you, it's not because I think I'm better. It's literally, I'm excited about the conversation.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially in conversations.
Roasted.
It's especially in conversations where you know a lot about the topic.
Yeah. And so I get like, I want it to go faster because I'm like,
Get to the good part.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that's a meme, right? Skip to the good part.
That's a song. Isn't it?
It's a whole reel thing on Instagram.
I'm not on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lindsay doesn't listen to those sounds though, usually. I sent Lindsay like 15 reels the other night.
You were on fire the other day.
I sent you a bunch too.
She like had the giggles.
I was like laughing on my chair by myself.
So
Lindsay has not watched them all.
So myself,
because there was too many.
Ruth, my wife, Lindsay, and Justine were all in a little, what is it called?
Group chat.
A group chat on Instagram. And Justine was just like,
there was funny ones. You know, like sometimes your algorithm is like, oh, finally, it's not like all this like serious stuff. It's like funny stuff. Like,
because you watch the serious stuff.
So it gives you more serious stuff you watch, the more serious
gotta
your
watch
feed
the funny
becomes.
stuff.
Ruth was listening to me scroll through my feed yesterday, and she's like, our feeds are nothing alike.
Hey, was there no vanilla Coke there?
I looked, they had nothing. It was very picked over. Very picked over.
Has anyone seen the new creamy vanilla Christmas Coke? Because I have yet to see it in the stores and I want to try it. Apparently it just tastes like vanilla Coke, but I like vanilla Coke.
I just want to do the Dr. Pepper eggnog thing, so that might happen.
That was one of the reels that I sent.
That's disgusting.
I don't know.
When I liked that, I probably didn't even watch it.
Anna said she's going to try it tonight because she has Dr. Pepper at home and eggnog.
A lot of people are on the fence about eggnog to begin with. Are you on the fence about eggnog?
I'm so far away from the fence. I hate eggnog.
Really?
Pickles and eggnog.
What is it you don't like about eggnog?
I don't like the history that.
Even though he eats 4 eggs every morning.
Sometimes. I was at a church luncheon when I was a kid.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it was like a Christmas
church
one.
hurt. It's church hurt.
Super church hurt.
The same with pickles.
And no, pickles are just gross.
Okay.
So there's a what is it? A bowl,
Tupperware?
a punch bowl of eggnog.
Okay.
And there was like a kid my age who
Ew.
scooped it, put it in his cup, took a drink, didn't like it, spit it back in his cup, and poured it back in the bowl.
Oh.
Who was it? Drop some names.
Oh, I have no idea. I was in like grade 3. But I still remember.
I remember.
Wait, so
I
that,
remember
so
the
that
carp-
turned you off of eggnog.
I remember the carpet in the room.
So it's not even flavor. It's just like a certain.
I've had it since, and I just don't like it. But
Oh, that like the real good stuff is the one in the black carton with the yellow words.
Yes, it's at Superstore. It's their
So good.
PC.
That's
it's a
the best
PC brand.
one.
Yeah, that's the one I like. But like I go in a different direction with my eggnog because this is gonna be a little
Yeah, this
controversial.
is interesting.
I don't know where my dad got this from, but
Probably
he did
Newfoundland.
it. I don't know. He's done it as long as I can remember. But it's mixing either 7-Up or Sprite with your eggnog, and so it's not like a half and half. It's like a quarter of your cup to a third of your cup, and then either 3 parts or 2 parts eggnog, and it just gives like this citrusy like lift to it, and I love it that way. That's why I'm interested in the Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper one because I do like Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper.
so the reel on Instagram that I sent was the little ice cubes, which would make it even better.
which I have.
like the
Of
Chick-fil-A ones.
Of course
Not quite,
you do.
Not quite like the little ones. But
So you fill half your glass with Dr. Pepper ice and then Dr. Pepper, and then you pour the eggnog on and like stir it and drink it. And none of us have tried it, but it looked interesting. And there's quite a few out there right now that's called dirty soda or something like that,
Yeah,
where you
they're-
mix
it's mixing
milk,
stuff, yeah.
milk and pop makes
That
it a dirty.
milk and
That
Yeah, you
is-
like foam up the milk with the.
Okay, but hold on. If you think about it, you're not too many steps removed from a float, right? It's
Yes.
easy to think
Yeah.
milk and pop,
True.
but you're really not too many steps. You're probably
Coming in hot.
You're probably a couple cups of sugar removed from a float.
Yeah, and no ice cream.
So if we freeze the
but, like,
eggnog,
milk
if we
is-
freeze the eggnog, oh no, there's eggnog ice cream.
I still wouldn't eat
We
it.
could put eggnog ice cream in
Oh.
and then pour the Dr. Pepper on top.
For a float.
You guys could definitely do that.
So I'm not
That's an
not
interesting
completely
idea.
turned off by the dairy thing because I do enjoy a good float, not root beer. I don't know what it is about root beer floats.
Orange cream, orange.
I'll pretty much do anything other than root beer when it comes
I've
to
had a
pop.
float in like 20 years.
Ruth loves to do it at the holidays, so it happens for us frequently.
Party.
So, what are your favorite? Because today we're going to be talking about Christmas. We're creeping up onto it. We don't want to push. We don't want to push that episode off too late because it'll if we do, it'll
No,
end
it
up
has to
airing
go
in the middle
now.
of
Don't
December.
want to miss all the hype.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Christmas today. What is one of your either favorite holiday dishes or traditions or
You
what-
you have to pick one question.
when you
'cause
well
I'll get overwhelmed.
okay. What is your favorite
Everything.
holiday tradition
There she does it again.
that you have from either growing up or now?
I have to choose one holiday tradition. They all go together.
I'll start.
You
I'll
start because to me that's like a real loaded
So one
question.
of my favorite traditions is when we were growing up and teenagers, my parents would on Christmas Eve, we didn't open our presents on Christmas Day, and this was actually born out of in like our formational years of being like 7, 8, 9 all the way till 14. We didn't really have a house when we were in ministry. We'd come home at Christmas and we'd crash in people's basements or stuff like that. So our Christmases operated around others out of convenience. So we started doing stuff on Christmas Eve, and then that kept going. And we would do presents on Christmas Eve, but it would start with literally the most insane amount of food that you could imagine, not in like turkey dinner form, but in like M&M's appetizers and
Yes.
breads and dips and cheeses
Yeah.
and meats. And I mean, one year for just the 4 of us, 2 full dinner tables of appetizers and I am not. Ruth
so much food.
Ruth witnessed this when we
Yeah,
first started
I believe
dating.
that. I believe that.
She could not believe how much food we made. But then we would package it all up and just pick at it for the next week.
Yeah.
But we would do that. We'd watch The Grinch, the live action with Jim Carrey. And then close to around like 11 o'clock at night, we'd start opening presents.
Oh my gosh.
It was just what we did. And so in my mind, I think about that as my Christmas, and it's one of my favorite traditions, because I would look forward to, you know, she'd go to like, is it Hickory Farms and get like the special meats and the cheeses, and my brain just thinks about that at Christmas. That's one of my favorite traditions.
Yeah, my favorite I'll do growing up too was Christmas Eve. We would always have the hors d'oeuvres on Christmas Eve as well.
Two tables?
No, just one table. But you still overate too much. But it was also always delicious the next day around lunchtime, heating those up. But we would do the hors d'oeuvres, and then we would usually watch a Christmas movie or something, but then we would open up a present. The present was always Christmas pajamas. And then after we got our Christmas pajamas on, we would read our Christmas books. We would go around. I lived with my grandparents, so there were 7 of us. And we'd go around the circle and read a Christmas book. And we read the same ones every year. So obviously that got like nostalgic. We would have like the lights on and some candles and read those books. My grandma couldn't see to read, so she always picked a Christmas carol to sing together, and so like it was always like off key, obviously, my family.
Well, I didn't want to paint your whole family with that brush.
No, my grandma,
Colleen can sing.
Colleen can sing, yeah. I think my
And
mom,
your mom
too.
can sing too.
Anyway, so then we would do that, and then
It would have been funny if you had started naming off all of the family members
Everybody
that
but
can sing
Justine.
except for
No.
Justine.
No, it ends there. No, my grandparents would sing just like as they got older. I think starting that like a song off. You know, like they're just like it started to get worse.
It's like the happy birthday when the person who can't sing starts happy birthday, and then nobody can find where they're at.
Exactly. And it moves. That if it was me. Anyway, so that's what we would do every Christmas Eve. So that was always my favorite. And then we opened our presents on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day. Okay.
And here's a question that I was talking with my friend today. Did your parents wrap what was in the stocking? Because this is like, what's funny is we always assume everybody does the same.
Yeah.
And then you like get married or whatever, talk about it, and you're like, oh, I didn't realize people did it that way.
Yeah.
And so like Christmas stockings. Now I'm like, this is PG-13.
Don't play this for your children. Is that where you're going?
I'm like bicycling in my head backwards. Anyway, so Santa always
great
came.
topic to talk about.
Yeah, Santa always came to my house, and when he did, he wrapped what was in the stocking.
Nailed it.
But Lindsay, you did. Santa didn't wrap what was in your stocking, right?
Santa was not welcome in our home. No, I have no idea.
That's true.
I don't
though.
remember.
we can keep the Christ in Christmas, not Santa. Is that what you're- okay.
Who?
No, but like
No, I don't remember.
Popo Gijo.
That's such.
No,
a
I
good
don't
one.
remember if we. I have no idea. I don't remember a whole lot.
Lindsay.
Okay,
Lindsay doesn't remember like last year, let alone like.
Okay.
Do we wrap them?
So, for the adults, I'm about to speak in code. When I was a child, I was that kid that ruined.
You seem like that.
Yeah, because I'm very black and white, and so I'm not. That's all I'll say, and I regret that deeply about myself as a kid. However, so my parents were the ones who gave us our stockings.
Santa didn't
No.
exist to you, but Santa does exist to me still.
Sure.
Come at me.
Sure.
We can put a disclaimer on the front of this so parents know to get the kids out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can record that after.
Well, I mean, the millions of moms that listen to this as they drive their kids to school is going to be kind of hard.
Millions.
So millions.
That's what I'm saying.
Millions. Yeah. No, it was always in like the stocking would be so overflowing because giving gifts is a form of love from both of my parents.
Yeah.
And so there would be like the stocking and then the stacked circle boxes that looked like snowmen. And there would be a bag, and it was not individually wrapped. It would have been insane for it to all be individually wrapped.
So
I think Ruth's family was individually wrapped.
So our Santa he individually wrapped the presents except for the candy. And when Lindsay and I first got married,
Santa doesn't wrap the gifts, Justine.
elves, whatever, I don't care.
So she's never like seen the movie.
Okay, when Lindsay and I first got married,
Elves with attitude.
we wanted to be each other's Santa,
ELFS.
and I wanted to do stockings. Stockings was always my favorite part of everything, is opening stockings. So we said, okay, do 10 items each, so it was like even or whatever. But I forgot. I just assumed he knew that you don't wrap the candy. So my 10 items included candy, and his 10 items didn't include candy. And I was like disappointed our first Christmas married, because I was like, I can't believe you thought candy counted as an item.
Like,
Bro, were you like,
it's been 12 years.
you survived?
over it.
You survived.
No, he did it right the next year. He doesn't.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, stop. The goal for you to say he did it right the next year. You were not in the loop.
He didn't even remember what he did as a child growing up.
Listen.
Yeah. Also, that's boo on you for assuming I know anything.
Communication matters.
Well, I know, exactly. So it's like that expectation. You have to be super clear when it comes to like tradition things, which is not what we're talking about today.
No, but like,
it's super
expectations.
true.
Expectations when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah.
Is like make or break for so many relationships and families.
Yeah.
Our spiritual maturity, the way we view Christmas, all of the expectation is a huge thing. The theme of Christmas itself is the expectation of the Messiah coming to dwell with us.
That's
And
good.
I struggled heavily with expectation at Christmas. Every Christmas morning. So this is prior to us going into ministry and going on the road. From like my earliest memories till I was about 9, I would be sick every Christmas morning. The anxiety of not knowing what was under the tree and the expectation of what the day, I would literally, yes, I would be throwing up. I would be throwing up, and then I'd take Pepto-Bismol and throw that up. I can remember it clear as day, being like 6 or 7.
That's worse than
This
me.
explains
I
all the
know.
acid reflux problem he's having now.
No.
He's just
I am
so excited.
I'm not. It's not acid reflux. It's that diagnosis has been cursed, debunked, gone. But yeah, and that Christmas, I remember. I can tell you the gifts I got too. You ready for this?
Yes.
Nintendo.
No, not at my house. Nintendo was demonic. I had to convince my mom forever. Also, when I'm 6 years, when I'm 6 years old, it's 93. So like it's not like we're not quite at like all that really good stuff yet. But it was.
I meant to say Game Boy anyway.
It was Tailspin action figures with the plane, with Baloo, with you're looking at. You don't know what Tailspin is, do you?
I know I've heard it, but I'm trying to picture it.
All my millennial friends, like who are listening, all 5 of you, like Tailspin. Oh my goodness, how do you not know what Tailspin is?
I've never heard of that.
What?
Yeah.
It's like
Must have been
it's
an
the same.
Oshla
It's
thing.
no. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, I recognize that.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like
so
Beyblades.
It was the
That
Beyblade.
does not look like Beyblades.
I'm not wearing my glasses.
Okay. So it was
Pogs.
the whole.
Pogs were dope.
Pogs were later though. I was a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember very vividly some of those gifts and stuff. But yeah, expectation like crippled me at Christmas when I was a kid. It wasn't until I got older and that I really started to like enjoy the process of being excited about Christmas. It was more problematic anxiety.
What if the non-Santa doesn't get me the gift that I want?
You know what? I don't even remember thinking like, this is what I want for Christmas. I don't remember those thoughts as a
Max
kid at all.
is saying surprise him. And Eve now is saying that too. And I'm like, you don't want a surprise. Like Max maybe
Eve
would be fine.
definitely doesn't want a surprise.
Eve definitely doesn't want a surprise. And we're going to disappoint her. And we're going to see the wrath of Eve.
Yeah. Brooks asked for a laptop. I was like, no.
Why? There's not even anything to do on a laptop except work.
They've started making stuff on Canva or something like that.
Shoot for the stars.
Laptop.
At least hit some clouds.
Get out of here. Anyway, but like I don't even know.
We could talk about
hopefully
this
Brooks
Christmas
endlessly talk about it.
Hopefully he's not listening to this podcast.
But we want to talk about how Christmas is wonderful. And we talked about already slowing down in a previous podcast, slowing down around this time, how we can do that. But something that we want to talk about is sometimes we fill like our Christmas things with Christmas, but it's not necessarily with Jesus.
Yeah.
And how do we do that as not just parents, but as individuals, make sure that this season not just is slow, but also connected with Jesus?
Yeah, I mean, I can think back to, when I was a kid, you'd see the signs, keep Christ in Christmas, right? Like people put on their lawn, which is funny because everybody says Christmas anyway. So like, you're talking about Jesus every time you say the word Christmas, or it was a lot of people were saying Xmas, which is actually not a bad thing. It's if you do any, like the smallest amount of research on it.
I get guilt every time I'm trying to short form Christmas and I write Xmas. I'm like, I can't.
It's fine.
But like, know that that's something that was ingrained since I was a child. Is that like, oh, you can't write Xmas?
No, it's fine. That's fine. Like, and even saying Happy Holidays, there's nothing wrong with it.
Holiday.
It is a holiday.
But I don't like when they say you can't say Merry Christmas. That was a thing at my work.
Really?
At the mall. Was you have to say Happy Holidays, and my boss luckily was like, I don't care if you say Merry Christmas, but like the mall was like doing like we say Happy Holidays, not Merry Christmas.
Congratulations to you.
No fun.
But yeah, so I remember that sentiment being especially in the mid to late 90s when there was like this hard push. People were sensing that there was a cultural shift away from, like, you were really starting to feel like cultural Christianity was disappearing, and all that was being left was those who were really just a part of the church. And now we're definitely in a postmodern, post-Christian culture at this point. And it's what is Christmas been reduced to in society's eyes, and how is the church engaging with it today? Because we, like you said, we do a lot of Christmas stuff. We'll have, our Christmas Eve service, which is one of my favorite things in the whole of the year. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of work to put it together, but I love all of the church coming together
to celebrate.
Everybody holding candles, singing Silent Night. It's beautiful. It's all of that, but it's so easy to get swept away in the board and staff Christmas party, or your work Christmas party, or this function and that
Ladies
family
Christmas,
event,
kids Christmas, youth
all
Christmas.
of these things. And there's so much Christmas, but there is a lack of the presence of Christ within what we're doing, because it becomes about the event rather than the Advent.
Yeah. Oh, did you read that somewhere?
No, I just on the spot came up with it.
That was pretty good.
And then the timing, yeah. And so it becomes about the events that we feel we're obligated.
Say it again.
No, it's fine. It becomes.
Say it again.
Say it again. We'll clip it. Put it on Instagram.
I refuse to like model my speech specifically for social media, but I will do it just for your sake.
Make it natural. Okay, and go.
You won't be able to.
I know.
It's like asking Selena not to smile.
Hey,
all right. It becomes more about the event.
It becomes more about the event than the Advent.
But we begin to focus on all of the stuff we've got to do, either obligatory or because we like it. It could be any of those.
Oh, yeah.
And we miss the opportunity to really dwell and sit in a season that is dedicated to thinking about that Christ laid aside all things that, like, all of those things that and he counted them as like, listen, these are all rightfully mine, but I'm going to humble myself, wrap myself in human form.
As a baby,
coming in as vulnerable as possible into a place of poverty, really, and insecurity, all of these things, and entrusting himself to human parents that would raise him. And obviously his heavenly Father was looking over him and stuff like that. But this, he came that way so that he could live the human experience, go through it all the way to the cross. And so in this season, we need to think about what he did
to be with us so that
Yeah.
we all could be
Emmanuel,
with him.
God
Yeah.
with us, that he drew close to us so
Yeah.
that we could draw close to the Father. And then because of what he's done in the season that we call Christmas, we can then look to the cross. Because a lot of times we can think, oh, Easter, like death, burial, resurrection, that's the one. But we forget about the sacrifice of
Just even
leaving
his
heaven.
life. Yeah.
Like leaving heaven to come and wrap himself in a fleeting, perishable body. It's unbelievable. And to teach these things in this season, we do it a disservice just to be a baby was born, wise men came, they gave him gifts, shepherds heard in the field.
Yeah.
And that's all that really gets talked about, but there's so much more to it. We're going to go through the Advent here as a church.
Yeah, and wonder,
our
wonder of it.
Our theme for church or for
Christmas
this year is wonder. But we're going to go through the Advent of hope, joy, peace, and love. These are the things that were promised to mankind through Christ Jesus and that he fulfills in his Advent. And then it's those same things that we look forward to in his second coming. But we need to make space for this conversation.
And I was talking with some ladies at a Bible study just about how all the traditions, like we talked about, is it feels like the calendar, and then you're like, oh wait, like we also have to fit in our Advent. Like, so I know some people do like the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas. We try to read, we have like the children's storybook Bible, and it is like a great the 24th, like the stories line up with if you were to read it in 24 days, but you can keep reading it after, but it goes through the story of Jesus, and it went each story. So say like it's Adam and Eve or something like that. It connects it to the whole story. This is why there was someone to come. In every story, it sort of like points to
my kids have a Bible version of this.
No, that's what I'm talking about. We read the Bible, Jesus Storybook Bible.
Yeah, Jesus Storybook Bible. Yeah, right, yeah.
And
it always points to Jesus by the end of the story.
Jesus by the end of the story, and I love that for Advent. But here's what is the issue: is that you have so many things going on in December. Is we often miss, and you can't catch up with kids. Like you can't okay, we missed this weekend. We had things going on this week, like both days, so we need to read 3 on Monday. No, that's not happening. So I said this year I'm going to start, we're going to start, not I, me and Lindsay, with our family are going to start November 15th. And then that way,
space it out a little more.
Yeah, if we do miss, or if the kids just cannot, we have 3, 5, and 10, the little ones sometimes we just can't. If you fed them too many candies, then it's not happening.
Or not enough candy.
Yeah, because as a church, we're starting on November 30th. And
yes.
we go the 4 Sundays.
The 4 Sundays leading up, yeah. And so with our family, our home one, I want to start early because I hate that. That's the most important part, and I want my kids to know that that's the most important part. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's something that maybe we need to take a better look at, as parents. Are we doing too many other things that aren't to do with Jesus? That then like Max is 4, turning 5 at the end of the month, and at the end of October, I was talking about, we're going to decorate for Christmas soon. And it's going to be Christmas. Do you remember what's special about Christmas? We get presents. Oh, okay. But why do we get presents? What is Christmas about? And he was like, I don't know. And Oliver,
it's about the presents coming to us.
So Oliver was like,
the super Christian.
It's about Jesus, duh. And I'm like, you have to keep it when they're young, right at the forefront of them, or else they're going to get distracted. There's so many cool things going on.
That's
right?
A great Christmas slogan. We were looking for a neon sign. That's our sign. It's about Jesus, duh. That should be our neon sign.
Bright pink.
I love it.
No, but
no, I mean, but it depends. Look, with kids, it's what you feed them.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. There's many different cultural ways of saying this. There's there's ancient Chinese proverbs, there's this and that, but essentially it boils down to which two things are you feeding? So some things it's like which wolf are you feeding? That's they were like that. Yeah. But what message are you feeding your kids? Is Christmas about what you get and all of the feels and this, or is it about sacrifice? Jesus sacrificed himself, therefore we can be charitable in the season and give back. Like, and so it's okay to receive. But what is it Jesus says? It's better to give than to receive. And that's the story of Christmas.
It's a learned thing. Like even like Oliver is 9 and he wrote a list of people he wants to get gifts for and like his idea for each one, and like his excitement. You like, as you learn to like do that, right, then it grows that like joy of giving.
Well, I love watching my kids open gifts. It's like, I love it. I love getting to see what Ruth picked out for them because I'm experiencing it for the first time. No. This year I'm taking an active role, and I already have one gift that I really, really like.
Want to get Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's like your inner child, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Here's the trick. You just be the one who wraps the presents.
No, I suck at wrapping gifts so bad. Like,
gonna
so
rip it
bad.
open anyways.
Also, I would
I would
significantly be robbing Ruth of something she loves to do.
wrap gifts.
Yes.
I like help.
She loves to wrap gifts.
But
also, if I was wrapping with her, I would not be doing a good enough job. And I'm looking right in the camera right now. You know it and I know it. You would rather just do it on your own.
I'm going to cut that part out.
No, you can leave that in. I want her to see it.
Lindsay's pretty good at wrapping gifts, but I also am not a perfectionist, like, and Lindsay is, but I don't like taking forever to do something. That's why I don't have any hobbies, is because I'm like, knitting, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Sewing, it takes patience. Like,
it's boring.
Okay, let's not offend people.
Wow. I can think of at least 2 people who knit who listen to our podcast.
I know.
Offended. Yeah, but like how do we keep like in the same way? So this is a great example. We just easily get sidetracked
at Christmas
into wrapping gifts and this and that. At Christmas, it's so easy to get sucked in every direction.
Yeah.
Other than like drilling down on what the main reason
like
that
we need to like
is.
nail our feet to.
Yeah, and you have to establish like a protocol, some type of thing. We're going to be really intentional about how we're going to approach this. This is what I love about what we're doing this year as a church. We've done Advent before. We're doing it a little different this year, and you can follow along. I mean, if you just Google Advent or Christmas Advent. It's 4 candles, and some traditions add the 5th candle on Christmas Eve, which is the Christ candle at the center. And so it's hope, joy, love, peace. I think it's in that order. I can't remember off the top of my head, but each week you light a new candle.
I think love is last.
Love is last?
I think, but
I know hope is first. All right, we're looking it up. Hope, peace, joy, and love. Okay, so hope, peace, joy, and love. Yeah, so, that's right, because joy is the pink candle. It's slightly lighter than the other 3 purple candles. Yeah, that's right. And that comes in week 3. So, being intentional and building your schedule and the things that you're doing around that, not squeezing that into everything else. It's the big rocks in the sand in the jar type thing, right? Like how you structure your life, how you structure your calendar. If the big rocks are in first, everything else will settle in, and you'll know what's important will be, or what's not important will get left out.
Yeah. That's why, like, so with that though, I feel like I'm changing. For the Advent, like reading the book or whatever, I know we can't move certain things, even though reading the Advent Bible is most important. We're going to be out some nights. So that's why I'm moving it forward, because I want it to be a priority that we actually finish it in time instead of like weeks after. And I'll keep you updated to let you know if it works or if we still get behind. But I really like want to make it even like a sweet thing.
Yep.
Because so often when we like do things with our family, like that are like not religious, but like spiritual,
Yep.
About Jesus, we make it like, we need to do this. And I want it to be like, oh, they get excited for it. So I don't know if like we do like a treat with it. Like I want
You just add the chocolate advent calendar with.
My kids can't eat the chocolate advent calendar, but that would be really smart. Is okay, we're going to do this and then you get your advent calendars. So
we don't do the chocolate ones. They ultimately end up getting given to us.
Right.
But what we do is so last year was like Lego and Rosie had like an artsy one like that. And that's fine. But even with that, I struggle a little bit because we're co-opting an advent countdown with commercialistic like gift giving, and they're more excited about opening this little cardboard thing and pulling out whatever it is than realizing this is a countdown to the celebration of Emmanuel, God with us, like coming to be amongst his creation to restore relationship. And it's in that moment that we as parents
have regrets.
we as parents or guardians or grandparents, whatever, that we can say, yes, this is fun, this is cool, we're opening Lego, stuff like that, but we are this many days closer to celebrating this. Like
have our language better.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of just to Christmas, but to like...
Ruth built her own Advent with scripture verses in it that she slides in every day that we pull out. And there's like a candle. I don't even know how she did it. Her and her mother sewed something and made this like Advent. And so you pull out the scripture verse and you read it, and this is something you could do. Find whatever treat your kids are allowed. And she put the treats inside this thing.
With the thing, yeah.
So when they pulled out the scripture verse, and I mean, this is very similar to like rabbinical teaching of children.
Of honey.
They'd read scripture and they'd read scripture and they'd be like, this scripture is like honey. Yeah. And their first taste of honey would be when they're studying the word of God.
Yeah. And with the Sabbath, they would do that too, is like the Sabbath starts with like the sweet. And so that's why I want to pair it with something, but also it's usually before bedtime. So like it can't be something too sweet.
Well, you could give them like something sweet and then you can give them like purple gummy. That's sweet.
That's what
purple gummies, which are
melatonin gummies.
Yep. So yeah, we need to be better, I think, with our language and what we get our families pumped up for, and even individually, like to take it seriously. You know what I will say is that when we light a candle for Advent, our kids are like zoned in, like fire draws them, and they're just like, there's something that happens. So even something special, like different special, like lighting candles, because we never have candles in our home except for like birthday. So like something different and special like that, I think we need to be more creative of how, like we can be creative of like gingerbread house boxes for the like cool events and stuff like that. So we need to be a little bit more creative. I think like this is for me, especially like a challenge is how to make it more centered on Jesus.
Right. What, and I mean,
even though, yes, that's what it's about, but it's like, okay, prove it with how you're living each day in December.
And with kids, what you hype, they'll get hyped about.
Yeah.
There's like, it's just how, how they work, right? Because ultimately they want to be like mom and dad. They want to be like bigger brothers and sisters. That like what you make exciting, they will get excited about. And for us, like what we give our attention to, we become. And so if all of our attention is focused on
twinkle lights,
the commercialism of Christmas, all of the parties, like all of the get-togethers, like we're becoming more of those things. That's you know, that's becoming magnified in our vision of what Christmas is, as opposed to if we go, all these things are great and they all have their place. And I love them all. They're so much fun to be a part of.
But the most important thing.
But if Jesus and what he has done is not at the forefront of everything we're talking about, living in this season, teaching our kids, how we approach social media, like whatever it could be, if it's not the central focus, if it's not the foundation that everything else is being built off of, you're going to miss out on what could make the season the best it could possibly be. Why? Because if you miss the whole reason for the season, then it feels empty. It's devoid of meaning.
Yeah.
We're just having gluttonous parties for like for real though. It's a lot of times it is gluttony. Like that's driving a lot of these parties.
I was ill last year with gas pain after all the cheese.
Too much.
Heyo.
Too much information.
It's true. Everyone knows it. Can I get an amen?
It is. There's a remarkable amount of cheese that comes out at Christmas parties, unlike any other time of the year.
Nope.
Is there a lot of cheese at Thanksgiving?
No.
Easter? No. Can you think of any cheese parties? It just seems like a lot of cheese at Christmas.
Well, Cinco de Mayo.
People do
that would be
have
salsa.
Charcuterie boards now more.
What is that?
Charcuterie? Am I saying it wrong?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
There's an R in
nailed it. Perfect.
Charcuterie.
No, I do love a good charcuterie board.
I've actually personally never had one.
What?
A charcuterie.
A charcuterie board?
He's had charcuterie.
It's not even charcuterie.
Thailand.
There is some French person listening somewhere who's so upset with us right now.
One time
they are butchering our language.
One time I ordered chipotle.
Which is?
Chipotle.
Okay.
Yeah. I figured that one. Oh,
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That was really embarrassing. That was on a date.
With this guy?
No.
Ooh. Spicy. Yeah, and Christmas. I'm trying not to get
steer clear of any obvious jokes.
Okay, so another thing that I like to do personally is Anne Voskamp, I think is her name. She does a devotional called The Greatest Gift, and it's really good. Just like slowing down and like really thinking about what took place, because we can say, like you said before, the manger, the baby, the shepherds, you know what I mean? Like we can all say the story, but like, what does it mean? And I don't think a lot of people really have thought like Jesus came so that we could have relationship with him. He came to us so that we would have him with us. Yeah. Like people didn't have him with them before. And I think a lot of people don't know that. Like they don't realize that like the Old Testament, like they did not have Jesus. Like obviously they know, but like understand the implications that meant for their lives versus our lives. Like we are so not lucky.
Well, we live in the like a new covenant. We see everything through a new covenant lens.
Yeah.
They did not have that. Like everything was like animal sacrifice and
that's how they
separation from God. Yes. And it wasn't even sacrifice so you could be close to God. You were divided by a veil. You were divided. You were on.
You never had that presence.
No. Now, there's some interesting theology in the tent of meeting that people could have met but chose not to because they let the leader meet for them. But we'll leave that aside. However, but you're absolutely right. We can't even fathom or comprehend as believers of today what it was like to be separated from the presence of God and not experience that in our daily lives.
Whenever we want to.
Yeah. And
like that's what Jesus means for coming and like Emmanuel, God with us, like take time and dwell on it. And so this devotional that she does. And again, I always get behind. So I'm hoping to start that as well earlier, but I have done it occasionally in January when everything's much slower, which sounds so like dumb. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but there's so much going on. Like I cannot control the amount of things going on.
But here's the thing though. I think if we lived in the light of the Advent all year long, it would be healthier for us because we limit it to this month, December, which is probably not even the month he was born in.
Yeah.
But we're limited to this month. And really the Advent changed everything. It's not just about a singular moment that we need to celebrate. It's that he chose to come and dwell with us. The whole of the Old Testament points to this moment. 400 years of silence right before this moment. Like everything, prophecy after prophecy after prophecy, that the Messiah would come, that he would come to save his people, to rescue his people, to redeem his people. Like all the way back to Genesis 3, that the heel of the woman would bruise the serpents. Like all of this points to this moment, and we can dilute it down to this singular children's story of an angel posted up on top of a barn, a couple camels sitting around, some shepherds that heard angels sing in the field come, and then wise men that come and bow down, all in the singular night, which is not actually how it goes.
We do treat it though as a children's story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's a very real, traumatic, dramatic
Like, think of
moment.
Noah's Ark.
Jonah.
Like Jonah too, but like the children's story, Noah's Ark, like imagine once it starts raining and people are like, let me in.
Peace.
Right? Like that would be so crazy.
Honestly, like I'm sure Noah was like, guys, I preached to you for 100 years.
I told you.
Literally 100 years I was telling you it's going to happen.
But still to be like,
he was probably like, you get what you deserve.
He probably didn't even hear anything with all the animals. Let's just pretend that, I guess.
But you want to know something that's crazy? It was raining 7 days before God shut the door on the ark. 7 days. It was raining 7 days before God closed the door on the ark, which means there was 7 days where they're experiencing rain they have never experienced before. Yeah. And they still didn't clue in.
You better recognize.
They still did not clue in. And that's a prophetic symbolism that, because Jesus says, as in the days of Noah, it will be when the Son of Man returns. And it's that the signs will be there.
Yeah.
And there will be opportunity to enter the ark, because the ark is a foreshadowing of Christ, right? Mm-hmm. And even when the rain is pouring, there will still be an opportunity, and people will still not go into the safety of the ark.
Just so sad.
And so, but all of this is these are very serious stories that point to a very serious, greater story of who Jesus is. And we can distill it down to literally the play figures that our kids play with. And while it's beautiful, and I love them interacting with the story in that way, we as adults need to move past that and see a savior who came into a very broken world, a Roman occupied place they were under oppression, tyranny. Jesus and his family had to flee for their lives to another country. Like this is a very real, traumatic human story that there's many aspects we can relate to it, like depending on where you come from in the world or all these different things. But at the core of it, it's that God chose to enter into human form, into a human space. Just think about this for a moment. God, who exists outside of time and space, wrapped himself in flesh and stepped into time and space and limited himself. Jesus limited himself. And now he is even though he has a heavenly body, he's still in form.
4 and 5. Isn't that like, it's crazy.
Yeah. And so he's experiencing time for us, and aging and heartbreak and trauma and sorrow and all of these things. He did that. He didn't have to, but he did it for us because it was the only way. And if we can approach Christmas and think about it through that lens, man, the appreciation that we have moves past Mary being pregnant. That's a long journey. There was no room in the inn. He had to be born in probably like a stable underneath a house type thing. Like all of that stuff, but it's more than that.
Yeah.
He came
like bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so much bigger. We've distilled it down to a palatable story for children, but we've just left it there.
But that's where like a good devotional that like asks some of these questions that make you to start thinking about it in a bigger way and have more awe and wonder of who this God is and what he's done, what this really means. And I think sometimes people are like, of course, it's Christmas, same story, Easter, same story. But when we really take the time to like look and even talk with like this, right? Like talk to one another and like say the things that are crazy, and you feed because you start thinking of other things. So my challenge to you would be to find something, if you have a family, something like the Jesus Storybook Bible that like points constantly through the Bible, the different stories to Jesus, because God had a plan. He knew that Adam and Eve might mess up, and he already had a plan in place. And that they had a choice. Like then anyway, that's like a whole other like
there's explore the story, move past what you know, because just off the top of my head, here's a couple things you could look at. The angels appear to the shepherds. Shepherds were extremely lowly within the culture. They weren't to be trusted. They lived out in fields. You couldn't use their testimony in a court. Why does God choose to reveal the good news to them? Because the message was for everyone. It's the same way that the first people that Jesus reveals himself in his resurrected body is women, of whose testimony was not reliable, according to the courts back then. But God chooses to go to the lowest and reveal. Why the star for the wise men? It was a revelation that even the Gentiles will be drawn to the Messiah, right? There's all these aspects. Why is Jesus born in Bethlehem but raised in another place? It was to fulfill the prophecy that it would be out of the city of David, the house of David. And so that's why I think the collection of tax has to line up perfectly for Jesus to be there in that moment. And so there's so many aspects to the story. And
devotionals though that can help lead you to go deeper and see, like there's
you could just hop on Amazon, look for highly reviewed ones, and just order it now before the rush gets on. Get a copy and go through it yourself. Go through it with your family.
Start it early.
Do it as a married couple. Do it as a family. Do it as a single person with some friends. Like whatever it is, maximize the season. Don't make it about all the different events.
Don't just listen to secular Christian music.
There is secular Christians.
Secular Christmas music. Make sure to listen to Christian Christmas music. So like I find too, people listen to Christian music. I'm not saying you can't listen to secular music. I don't want to talk about that right now. But like some people listen to like Christian music all year, and then at Christmas they listen to so much like Christmas music that they have like there's like a longing in their soul then, right? Like something, not just longing, but like a deficiency it
could be.
And I think it's like good to be like mindful, like, okay, make sure if I'm going to listen to Christmas music, like listen to Christian Christmas music. Not all the time. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying like make sure that like you're careful, because you are like some Christmas music is like it's all trash. Yeah. And so
if I hear Mariah Carey one more time,
oh my gosh, I'm so sick of it too. Last Christmas. Anyway, I know it's a different song,
that's
but
not Mariah Carey.
that's one that I know it's not Mariah Carey, but that one also plays all the time. We like Christmas rapping. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is like music is something that like at Christmas we fill our lives with more. And if it's all trash, then that will have an effect too on your focus, right?
For sure. That being said, what's your favorite Christmas song?
We like
mine is the Christmas song.
Which one? The chestnuts
roasting on an open fire.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Christmas song.
Christmas song?
Nat King Cole.
Just took it.
Jack Frost nipping at your... I mean, it's a song. Like it's...
Yeah.
I believe in Santa Claus.
I feel like you just failed your own test by naming a secular song and not a Christian one.
That one's not Christian.
You should have just gone Silent Night, just for the win.
I do sing Silent Night all year round.
Oh Holy Night is probably my favorite carol.
I love Joy to the World.
Joy to the World's good.
I'm a Go Tell It on the Mountain kind of guy.
Oh yeah? Well,
that's because he's a drummer.
It's like the only upbeat Christmas song.
Yeah.
Not Joy to the World, like the newer Joy to the World.
There is some good newer Joy to the Worlds.
The drumming and Go Tell It on the
Mountain. Well, but the obvious choice for the drummer is Little Drummer Boy.
That one's like boom, boom, boom.
Angela and Dwight.
It's Parumpa Pum Pum.
Boom, 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 boom.
I mean, there's a lot of good ones.
There's so many good Christmas songs. Like I, again, like just like asking with the tradition thing, I'm like, Oh, that would be a hard. So, honestly, Rudolph wrap, California raisins.
Don't know it.
I'm just
It's a
saying
Rudolph wrap.
It's probably
That sounds
not my
right.
favorite. Probably like, but Kenny and Dolly do the "I believe in Santa Claus."
That was actually not too bad of a dolly. I could hear the dolly there. Like
It's because country music's not that good. I like Christmas rapping by the waitresses.
The Waitresses.
It's so good.
Never heard it.
I'm gonna learn the bass line for it. It's insane.
Yeah.
Is that the bass?
Yeah, it's like crazy.
I didn't know that was a bass.
Not that I can't learn it this year. It's way too.
Well,
intense.
don't put limitations on yourself. You never know. What
Anyway, we'll.
I'll be too busy doing the Advent, so won't have time.
Yeah, and the moral of the story today is don't
forget about Jesus.
Yes, don't forget about Jesus, but don't limit the Christmas experience and the Christmas story down to a children's story that we huddle around for a brief moment, and then go about all the other festivities of the season.
Mm-hmm.
If you center your December on the foundation of what it means for God to dwell with us, what it cost him, what the sacrifice was, what it means for us today, what it meant for them in the moment that, God stepped into time. It could radically shift your relationship with the Lord for the whole year, not just your December. And so it's okay to explore it outside of December if it bleeds into January.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Like
it's-
if you do run out of time, finish in January is not a
Yeah. Because in reality, Jesus was probably born
April.
closer to Easter around like end of March, beginning of April. But that doesn't really matter.
No.
We celebrate because he did it.
Yeah.
And so celebrate this season with your family, with your friends. Have the delicious food. Enjoy the eggnog and Dr. Pepper.
Get some charcuterie.
some charcuterie and lots of cheese. Don't
Not
forget
too
the
much.
cheese.
I'm
Don't
pretty
sleep on
sure
the
I
cheese.
always say charcuterie.
You do.
Why don't you correct me on these
Because
things?
everyone knows what you're saying. It doesn't like, it's not.
Jumping.
Jump into Lucifer. I was trying to think of what it
So
was
good.
because I was like, I need to say that now. And you were going to beat me to it.
I couldn't remember what the word is because it's not like.
It's not a word.
Yeah.
Not a real word.
Yeah.
Not a werewolf. Okay.
Well, we will say
Yeah.
this. Merry Christmas to everybody as we enter this season. I know it's still November when you're listening to this. Or maybe you're listening to this in December because you're catching up. Who knows?
And maybe we'll share this episode and some on Instagram or something like that.
Tell us your traditions, your
That's what
favorite carols, all
or
that
how
good
you
stuff.
keep Christ in Christmas.
For sure, all of it.
Like, I know someone uses this like little shepherd with their kids where they like hide the shepherd and the shepherd brings the devotional for the day, and it's like a play on Elf on the Shelf. But there's lots of different things, and I love hearing what people do so that, like, we can adopt things too. Like always on Christmas morning before we open gifts, we have a cake and sing Happy Birthday, Jesus.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
And read the Bible story, and then we do the gifts.
Jesus. I'm so glad.
New favorite song.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I started singing the song because I knew where you were going, so I just jumped in.
I don't sing that though. We sing
should.
Happy Birthday to you. Happy
Yeah.
birthday
Wow.
to
Can't even
you.
get the good version.
Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Are you one?
2000 and... Oh, man. Well, fun episode.
Yep. All right. Well, hope, peace, love, joy.
Yep. Don't celebrate the event. Celebrate the Advent. the slow
You have
reach
to-
for the button.
You have to like stop it before his throat goes. Grrr.
Gurgle, gurgle. Anyway. Well, have a great week, and we'll see ya.